Welcome to the podcast. My name is Max.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Mae, and we were had. Can you believe it?
There are twists and there are turns.
Defleshed is a standard death.
Oh, that's fun.
We were had.
We were.
Yeah, we were, bitch.
Yeah.
Welcome to a very hungover episode of We Were Had. I might need to pause this to go yak at a certain point, so we'll go
Sue
for
us.
it.
She's
Sue us.
lying. She's been trying to throw up for 2 hours and can't.
It's an art form. I'm jealous of people that can do that. Anyway, Today we are talking about the Circleville letters.
Ooh.
So this is something that we've kind of been tossing around as a topic for a long time and haven't done. It's really good. It's really fascinating.
It's on every BuzzFeed listicle
It
for
is.
top
It really is.
mysteries. I'm scrolling past it several times.
Oh yeah. No, it's a fun one. So buckle up, everybody. So it began in the spring of 1977.
Play some disco.
77.
Yeah. Ooh. We just got to do a ripple like flashback.
Yeah, it's like Mary Gillespie, a school bus driver, receives an anonymous and threatening letter. The unknown writer tells her that that the writer is aware of the affair that she's having with Gordon Massey, who's the superintendent at the school that she bus drives for.
She's the
She's
driver.
the bus driver, yeah.
Okay.
Bus driver. Hot bus driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a hot
I'm
bus
assuming
driver.
she's hot.
She is.
In the
Yeah.
70s, everybody was hot.
Oh, they were hot. I'm dying.
You might want to take that sweater off. A
I'm just
turtleneck
gonna
is a
pop it
lot.
off.
Forget-
I know. I was
Yeah.
driving in an Uber
Yeah.
and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna puke because it's on my
No.
neck.
Yeah, you can't be too heated when
Yeah,
you
it's like
do you have anything under that or you
No.
just yeah.
Ah.
I'm just sitting here in a bra.
Let me live. Pants unbuttoned.
Give the people what they want. Okay, so it says, I know where you live. I've been observing your house, and I know you have children. This isn't a joke. Please take it serious.
Oh my.
That's what.
She was married.
Please take
She
it
was married.
serious.
Okay.
Do we think it's from a woman, this letter?
Well, we don't know.
All right.
We don't know. No one's ever been. I mean, someone's been charged with it, but
Oh,
they don't think it was actually him.
sorry.
Okay.
I've jumped ahead.
Get a little
Yeah.
closer. Get a little closer.
Yeah? Sorry. Jesus. I'm being fucking getting notes.
Pretty crazy. So then she doesn't tell anybody about this letter, which I kind of find a little sus.
What do you mean?
She doesn't tell anybody that she got the letter
Okay,
at first.
at first.
Which direction is that sus in? Like she's like, you
for
don't believe
her.
Oh.
I think maybe she's behind the letters.
just cry for help or attention?
Attention, I don't know, whatever.
Right, because he's married, probably makes money.
But wait a minute. She doesn't want the letters to come out because it's bad for her, right? It's saying that she's having an affair.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. Like, it's very weird to me that she wouldn't tell anybody about the letters. I would be like, immediately, I'd be like, Mark, look at this letter I fucking got.
But the whole point
No,
of the
but it's
letter is that it's
true.
like a dark
Oh,
secret.
Yeah.
So she doesn't want people to know.
Yeah.
If it weren't true, then maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
Now I'm self-conscious that if I'm close enough to the mic. Everything I say.
I
You
think
got me
you're
second
fine.
guess. You're in my head, Kirschenbaum. That's the whole point.
Okay, so that first letter comes, and then a week later, she receives another threatening letter that says, I know everything. Call the sheriff. He can't watch you forever. Route 3, Circleville, Ohio, blah, blah, blah. And he, names the bus that she lives, or that she drives, that she lives in. I shall keep ringing. Again, this is no joke either. He's very serious about these letters.
Yes. I like how it always ends with like a,
Yeah, it's not a joke.
please respect this.
Yeah.
Please take us seriously.
I think you're right in terms of maybe she has some confidant. I mean, I'm not saying that she would spread it around, or at least
Well, he said tell the sheriff. Are the police involved at this point?
No, I don't think so.
she can't tell the husband, though.
But why wouldn't she tell? I would tell the superintendent. I'd be like, somebody sent this
Yeah.
fucking psycho-ass letter
yes,
to me.
you
that is
gotta
a very
talk
good
to the
point.
guy.
Yeah, talk to
Yeah.
the guy.
Yeah.
Like, right?
She didn't tell that guy?
No, not at this point.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
Telling the husband would be strange if she was
That would
like,
be
yeah,
so
I'm getting
strange.
these letters
You're
that
not
I'm
gonna
having an
believe this.
affair.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh my God, are you? And she's like, yeah.
It says, meet him and ride in his car so that I can make headlines and get this over with. Stay away from him noon as well as night.
Stay away from him.
Yeah, noon. So I'm like, they have a nooners?
Noon in all caps?
That's what it has in this article, but I don't know if that's true.
So maybe this is someone who is having a relationship with the superintendent. Like, get off my
Yeah,
man.
get off my man.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the superintendent's wife. Like, bitch.
Or another side piece?
Another side piece.
Another side piece. Can I ask you, do we know the letters? Do they look fun? Is
They
there,
do.
Is it done in a cool way?
It's just like all caps.
Yeah. What font?
Pretty, yeah. I don't know.
Papyrus.
Helvetica.
Yeah, what would you call this font?
I'm
It's
gonna
right
look
here.
at it.
Let's see
She's
it.
showing it to me.
Stay away from Mossy.
It looks like kind of like an embroidery on a pillow. Italics.
Okay.
All caps though.
Yeah, italics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Like
looks
one of those.
italics.
Yeah, where it's like best old friends are the best friends.
You live,
kind
laugh, love.
of- Right.
Yeah.
Wonder if people will start having live, laugh, love stuff ironically. To
I'm
be
sure
funny.
they're already
Oh,
there.
Yeah.
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 I mean, we went to fucking Jimmy Stewart or Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart.
I'm so
Jimmy
hungover.
Stewart's Margaritaville.
Jimmy Stewart.
We went to
Jimmy Buffett.
Fallon's.
Buffett. Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon's Margaritaville. Everybody loves that.
Jimmy Stewart. That's great.
Jimmy Stewart's Margaritaville is a good character that one of us should do.
So it continues on and says, if I can get you together and make a fool of me as such as the school has done, I shall come out there and then the rest of the letter is illegible. So it's like, what the fuck? Like this, he uses very strange writing. And so obviously grammatical errors and all this stuff. So everyone's like, maybe he's not a native English speaker. That could be a clue.
Where is this again?
This is Circleville, Ohio.
Okay.
Bumfuck.
Yeah.
Nowhere.
It's middle of nowhere. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't
Not a
look it
lot
up.
going on.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's what the letters come in. It's just like a plain envelope. There's no return address, obviously, because then we would just be able to be like.
And now, because you're hungover, you did not send these ahead of time to the producers.
I did not. But he has them.
Oh, he's got it. Okay.
Oh, wow.
I am so violently hungover. This is
I think that
unprofessional.
you're stomaching it well.
Yeah, I think you're doing great.
Yeah.
Really.
I don't
Okay.
think you're any less funny than usual.
Married to sign. Oh, okay. So to backtrack for a second, the superintendent, what was the thing that he said? The school did something to you?
You're making a fool of the school.
You're making a
Making
fool
a
of the
fool-
school. You're making a fool. The school's
Start
making
rhymes.
a fool of you.
The school's a fool, and you'll be in the pool.
It's actually the first rap song.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Working with your spool.
She's also a seamstress.
Yeah.
So Mary decides to keep it all quiet, which is weird again. So she doesn't tell anybody, not even her husband, Ron.
She's cheating on him.
Yeah,
Well, at this point, she says.
at this point, super freaky.
Well, it comes out.
Super free.
We'll get this, and I'll get to this a little bit later on. But it comes out that allegedly they weren't having an affair, and then
Oh.
after all the letters came out, they decided to have an affair later on. And it's like, sure.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's like double jeopardy.
Yeah.
It's like you're already accused, so you may as well do it.
Right. And the superintendent's pretty hot. We have some photos of him.
All
Good-looking
right.
guy. Well,
Let's pull those up.
Well, you've whetted my appetite.
there he is. Check him out.
Whoa, Gordon.
Nice
Good
head of
looking.
hair.
Good-looking guy, but very intense looking.
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't seem like somebody who would stray from his wife. He looks too rigid for that. You know?
Those are always the ones that are fucking
That's
on the
true.
side.
Gordon
Yeah.
Massey. Okay.
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 So things take a dramatic turn when Ron receives a letter of his own. So Ron is Mary's husband. Ron's letter is full of absurd language as well. He's called a pig offender, which is a great insult. The writer demands that Ron address the school board and bring allegations against his wife and the superintendent. So here it is.
See about that font? I wasn't kidding. Doesn't
Yeah.
that look like that?
Italics. Yeah, you described it well.
Thank you. Wow.
So it says,
A rare compliment from this fuck.
Yeah, get closer to the mic.
Gillespie, you have had 2 weeks and done nothing. You are a pig offender. A pig defender?
Pig
Defender. Defender.
Okay, I think a little later out.
Pig Defender would be my superhero name.
Yeah.
Marvel's getting insanely specific.
The school inform the school board. If not, I will broadcast it on CBS. What? Posters, signs, billboards until the truth comes out. Only pigs ride motorcycles. Good hunting with your red and white truck on your way to work. Remember, she hung in his office.
Red and white truck.
Yeah, I don't know
Is
what
that
the
what
fuck.
buses were? Fire trucks?
No, he has a red. And
Oh,
white
it's
truck.
not her bus. Sorry.
No, no.
Yeah, I was very
Get your head out of
confused.
your ass.
Wait, what?
She broke up his marriage. Maybe it's this guy's wife. I don't know. And home. Contact people at the school. They're aware. They are starting to laugh and not only after each other. What the fuck? It's like
This
crazy.
is very, very poorly written.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Just rambling.
Very. I have
Let
a lot
her
of
read
notes.
this. It
I
is
hate
no
that when
lie.
we have these letters and they're not edited.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, there's like Zodiac Killer was like, there were messages.
There
and
was
stuff
beautiful
like that.
prose
Yes.
involved. There were puzzles. It was kind of like
Yeah.
you sign up for one of those boxes you get in a month, and then, like there was like stuff to do with it. You know.
I know. I'd
Would
like
be
to have
great
a-
for COVID.
Yeah. It would be. One of I think the best lines is "Find yourself a pimple-faced whore."
Nice.
Anyway, so then he gets that. So then the Gillespies weren't the only ones getting strange mail. So in March, letters began to arrive at the Westfall High School targeting the superintendent. So the letters to Massey, actually, who's the superintendent, predate the ones that Mary and Ron received. And there's a bunch of,
He just didn't open them.
I guess, yeah.
That's a power move.
Yeah. He's a busy guy. He's a superintendent.
Listen, the guy's got a lot of fucks on the side to
What
get
do
to.
superintendents do?
They go through the school with their hands in their pockets,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
and they go, "Hey, everybody,"
Yeah.
and then they pop out. That's it.
I really think that's
all
it.
they do.
I wonder if my school had one. I don't even know if my school had one. Sounds like a school can function without one.
they
pretty
don't need
fine.
them
No,
at
you
all.
you have the headmaster, right?
Principal.
Principal.
We had a principal, and then we also had a president of our school, and that's literally what he did. He was a tiny little man with glasses, and he would just walk around, "Hey, everybody,"
Yeah.
shaking hands, kissing babies, then he'd pop out.
It's like a politician.
yeah, exactly.
That is what a principal kind of felt. I was a little intimidated when he would pass by.
the principal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was a celebrity.
power. You
Yeah.
can feel an aura of power.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to know what that job description is because it's a lot.
It's
I'm not
fucking the
allowed.
bus driver.
It's fucking the bus driver.
That's the main duty.
Superintendent. The one who keeps the bus driver satisfied.
At least it's not fucking the kid.
It's not much, but it's honest work.
So Massey's letters share the same block-lettered handwriting and, of course, contain a heavy emphasis on Gordon Massey being an unfaithful womanizer. So this letter to Massey was dated March 3rd, so it's before the other ones. It says, "Dear Sir," respectful.
Yeah,
as the
Interesting.
superintendent.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
say.
"According to my girlfriend, you have asked her out way too many times and have asked the other female bus drivers too." This guy's got a thing for bus drivers. Why is there so many
Don't we
female
all?
bus drivers? I feel like they were all
The guy's
guys.
superintendent. He's ruling his way. You know what I mean? The guy's got a
Only-
vision for the school, and I
Only
appreciate
hiring
it.
hot fucking.
Hot woman bus
Yeah,
drivers.
it was the thing.
Listen, enrollment's up. Okay, numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah, I wonder if they get paid based on the number of students in the school.
You gotta
I guess
the budget from the suits up top.
Yeah, I guess so. Oof. Anyway,
All right.
so due to your position and their jobs with you, you should not do this. Yeah, no kidding. This must stop at once for the good of the school and the families. If they are not stopped, I will be forced to write the school board, and I would hate to do that.
For the good of the school? What does that even mean? How is this affecting the school?
I am now. My theory is that there always is an old woman that works at the desk out front.
Yeah.
And looks like the Monsters Inc. woman that's like Mike Wazowski. It's
Yeah,
this-
yeah.
It's that woman.
It's that woman.
She's always loved Massey. And she's never been able to
Yeah.
have him for himself. It's old Mrs. Oleski at the or Ms.
I think you might be
Definitely
right.
Ms.
Ms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, miss.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
She's over there.
Yeah, I remember a thing. That
I
was-
just solved it. We can stop.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
All right, we
And
were
you got the name right, weirdly.
Okay, so then it says to prey on another man's girl is untouchable. What?
That's bad English.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Especially when they're out trying to make a living. There is also talk of you dating a married woman and taking advantage of them. Do you need time and names again? Please think. I suggest you find yourself a pimple-faced whore. So again, this pimple-faced whore thing.
Maybe that's a theme.
And start up with her and leave my girls alone.
My girls. Wow. I'm loving your delivery, by the way.
Yeah,
it was good.
I don't know if that's in the script, but you really
That's what
got
they
the
meant
intention.
to-
Yeah,
It seems authentic.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, it feels right.
I'm just trying not to vomit in your faces.
You're really doing great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it hasn't happened once yet, so you're doing really well.
I'm going to projectile vomit.
Yeah.
Okay, so the writer is unwilling to give Gordon Massey any time to correct his behavior. Gordon Massey, again, is the superintendent.
Thank
In
you.
case you forgot. In fact, the very next day, he sends this 4-page letter to the school board. The letter alleges that Gordon Massey, so he being the writer, that Gordon Massey is sexually harassing some of the school bus drivers that work for him, which, I mean, maybe it's true. I don't know. Stating that Gordon doesn't take no for an answer and accusing him of picking on the weaker ones.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Raper. He did look very intense.
He did look very intense.
Ist.
Rapist.
Raper.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Says
I think
raper.
when they stand accused, it's raper.
Yeah. They only get the ist after
they get
Right.
All right. There goes the podcast.
You're just saying things weird. What, did you write these letters?
Please take it seriously.
So the same day the writer mailed the school board, he also wrote Gordon Massey again. So the writer is busy. He sent 3 letters written and mailed in 48 hours. So he or she is going for it. And it's in like sort of a different block letter this time.
I don't know if it's the way you were reading them and also you are a woman, but I feel like these were written by a woman.
Oh, definitely vindictive.
Hateful.
Yeah,
I
hateful.
think it's because she. I've never heard these letters read by anyone other than a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and-
This sounds like a woman.
Yeah, it's super long. Let's
that's
see.
too long.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh,
worry
wait, here we go. So it says, "Dear Superintendent." Again, very, they're formal.
Were
with this
they
guy.
respectful when he mailed the other ones? I don't remember how he started the other ones.
Dear Sir.
Dear sir. Actually,
Yeah.
okay, so he's a good man.
Yeah.
Good man.
Or a
Before
woman.
woman.
before calling people pimple whores or whatever.
My good gentleman, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Sincerely yours.
This is to inform. So this is the letter to the superintendent. This is to inform you several of your bus drivers are working under pressure due to their boss constantly putting the moves on them. Some like it. The decent ones don't. It's like, okay, well, some of them like it. So like, what's he supposed to do with that information?
It's a numbers game.
Yeah. Right. Is he getting paid to run the women or run the bus lines? Again, some move behind him because they need the attention and are weak. Jesus. This is a woman because it's hating on other women.
It's hating on other women.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's making them the right. It's
Yeah.
Right. Should this position be filled by someone capable of taking advantage of his job, school, and people that work for him? Is this a type of family man that we need in a position like this? All right.
Who is this to?
Sorry, this is to the school board. I fucked up. It's not to the
to
superintendent.
the school
So
board.
this is to
Yeah.
the school board.
So
Yeah.
now
So
the
everyone's.
Case, the case has to blow up after this, right?
Wait, what?
So now everyone knows.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
people know, yeah.
This writer is out there.
She's been reading. She hasn't been paying attention.
I'm like, what? Yeah.
Okay, so that's to the school board.
That's a big reveal, no?
So this superintendent's got to get fired.
Now it's out.
Well, I think he's like, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't know what these letters are. Like, I don't think
Oh,
anybody
I mean,
believes the letters
you
because
could
they
deny
look like,
it.
yeah.
You could deny it. That is true.
Yeah,
Yeah, back then they had a little due process.
Yeah, 77.
You forgot that lying works.
Yeah. It says capable of using working women because of his advantages. One woman dates him because of her job. This is a terrible working relationship. No kidding. And something must be done about it. Most of the drivers know what's going on constantly. You should talk to them and also him before something drastic happens.
Most of the drivers know. We're in this very weird world
Yeah.
of bus driver gossip.
You know, it's the classic bus driver. There's a CW show coming out
that's
about
exactly
this.
right.
Bus Town. I will say that the letter writer, not entirely wrong.
No, not entirely wrong. He is fucking that other. I
Yeah.
mean, Mary Gillespie then had an affair with him after all this is said and done. So
If she wasn't already.
she definitely was.
But also, if he is like a creep.
I'm sure he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody
so
was
the
back
letter
then,
writers,
yeah.
It's the 70s.
It's the 70s.
You grab a titty.
Yeah, especially if you're a superintendent. What are you hiring people for? Not to smack their ass when they walk by? Like, that's part of their job description.
That's how you graduate.
right.
We went from not knowing what it is to being like, that's just what a superintendent is.
That's funny.
Okay, so it goes on to say, for he cares not if they are married or single. Could he be allowed to hound them constantly? I was informed at first by a close friend and refused to believe it, but she proved it through several other friends. I told them to take this matter to someone, but so far they have not. It's only a few, but they still should count too. Like, it's so all
I
over
love
the
when
place.
random rhymes happen.
Yeah. I can
It's the English teacher.
Yeah, right. I can prove this and will if her school insists on it. I feel that at first he talked to the drivers also. What? At first he be talked to and the drivers also. Okay, see.
He do be cheating on his
Yeah.
wife.
Superintendents be fucking. That's the saying. That's what everybody says.
That is a popular saying.
I will find out through the grapevine if he has been put in line.
Through the grapevine.
This is a woman.
This is a woman. I know his affairs now and can prove it, will do so if he continues harassing drivers for dates, especially when they keep saying no and he constantly hounds them. I have met him and he seems like a sincere man. Okay.
Now this woman's in
what?
love with him.
Yeah, this woman is in love with this guy.
Yeah.
For sure. So I would like to see this matter made right and forgotten. I can't stand the thought of him thinking about this. One of those drivers, or especially more my girl, which I am sure makes no difference to him. I am being informed of him daily and can point out the last drivers he has been with. I shall prove it to you. Again, he needs talking to so this matter can be forgotten. We got it, okay?
Jesus.
Come on.
Yeah, it's very repetitive.
We're not going to forget if you keep talking
Yeah,
about
right?
it.
Shut the hell up. Give the drivers a break. Help them. Find out for yourself. Treat all equal. Friends of concerned drivers that are in fear. I have always been against school tax dollars bonuses.
This gets very progressive at the end.
I've always been against. Wait, what was the
It says,
political thing?
I have always been against school tax dollars bonuses.
Anyway,
That's just a sentence
Bernie
in this.
2024.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Because of their purpose, and it won't pay unless correction and action has been taken. What the fuck?
Are they going to kill this guy or not?
Well, they kill a different guy.
They do end up
What?
killing somebody?
Yes.
Spoiler.
So the writer implies that his girlfriend is one of the school bus drivers, and that Gordon tried to get her to go on a date with him, obviously. Whatever. So maybe it's like some super pissed boyfriend, but I don't think it is. I think it's a woman.
It's a woman. Mm-hmm. Could be a lesbian.
Maybe.
Could be.
Could
It's
be.
the 70s.
Yeah.
Free love, baby.
Love is love.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
God bless. Yeah. Suddenly I'm rooting for it.
Yeah.
That would be nice. I think this queen is doing the Lord's work here. Okay? Yes. The yassification of murder.
So basically, we know that they're paying casual attention to what's happening in the school. They have tabs on what he's doing and who the people are, and it's basically like this guy's trying to fuck everybody, which is probably true.
No one's lost their job yet.
Nobody's lost their job yet.
Are people at least talking about it at this point?
Oh, people are talking about
The
it.
bus drivers are talking.
Oh,
Drivers are talking.
bus drivers be talking.
And it's not just in this town, just bus drivers. When bus drivers just know each other.
Boy, meet a bus driver, they'll talk your ear off. And then fuck your dick off.
Wonder who's more problematic, these school bus drivers or the truckers in Canada?
Oh.
That's crazy, by the way.
I don't know the story.
Okay, so like one of the
Trudeau
craziest
is hunting
things.
truckers at the border or
Oh
something?
yeah,
Is
he's
that what's
murdering
happening?
them.
You got the headline.
He's slitting their throats, but he is taking down their bank accounts. They can't access their funds. It's fucking insane.
Oh
Anyway.
my gosh.
Back to the bus driver. So many more letters
We
arrive.
also just get randomly political.
Yeah. Anyway, we stand with. I don't know the story.
So many more letters arrive at the school. The postmarks show that the letters were written just days apart, in some cases the same day. All right.
So this guy or girl or woman or lesbian queen was just sitting one weekend and wrote out all these letters at the same time. Just
I
bulk?
guess so. Yeah, just in bulk.
And how would they know? Like ink and the quill was at the same time. It's the 70s.
Yeah.
Why are they using it?
I guess they dated them, but why would you date them?
Oh.
Writing them all at the same time is an interesting move. Save you the work.
Well,
for
they had to
later
get
on.
into that voice. That's that.
Right.
They can't just get into the
Creativity.
voice all the
no,
time.
It's tough. I
Yeah.
mean,
Right.
Yeah.
So, March 18th, 1977, a now familiar-looking letter with no return address is sent to the high school again, to the vice principal. So,
Vice.
yeah. Not the big guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, there was a principal and then there was a vice principal. And it's like, why do we have two people doing this
We have-
nothing job?
A principal, a vice principal. There
A
was also a president,
superintendent.
and there was a dean.
What the
There was a goddamn dean.
You're
For
talking high school?
In high school, yeah. And the dean was like the disciplinary guy. And he was like this big, tough. He was like they just hired a brute
Yeah.
to be like intimidating and be like, "Did you plagiarize?"
Wow.
I remember freshman year, like he called me into his office. He was like, "Heard you've been plagiarizing." I was like, "I have not."
Were you?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My friend Jess, friend of the pod, our headmaster called her in to meet with him, and she was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
And then he showed her a photo from social media of her smoking weed, and she just goes, "That's not me." And he was like, okay. Like,
Yeah, what do you do with that? If Jess is able to look you in the eyes and say, not me.
He's like, she's like, I don't know what to tell you. It's not me. It was just clearly a photo of her, and she has the bong in one hand and then the lighter in the other, and she's like, cheesing.
Oh my
Smart.
God.
Oh, it's hilarious.
My
That's
principal
great.
was both. He
dean?
disciplined. Yeah, no. I had
Judge,
a bad,
jury, and
I had
executioner.
a bad meeting with the principal. Yeah,
Did you?
yeah. Oh yeah.
You?
For what? Yeah.
Cream in your pants in class?
That's exactly. He said.
beat me to it.
You beat me to it.
Ben was known for creaming his jeans in high school.
Oh
There's
my
a lot of
Something
stories.
happens 5 times, and all of a sudden, I got in trouble in 4th grade. I won't say. So basically, in 4th grade, they made a new rule that you had to go to the buses at the end of the day, kind of relevant. You had to go to the buses at the end of the day in a line escorted by a teacher. Before it was just a free-for-all, but some kid like broke his arm or something. And I decided that this was just a complete stripping of our freedoms and that it was unconscionable. And that day, I ran out to the buses and I left a note with my teacher saying, "I'm sorry, Miss Ryzek, I simply cannot follow this rule."
You're Rosa Parks.
That's
Yeah.
what I felt like.
Wow.
Anyway, I got in real trouble. And then the principal also said, like, you've been bad in class anyway. And it was
You?
like,
No.
in 4th grade. In
Okay.
4th grade. I changed.
Then
Yeah.
it all turned around.
Yeah. He scared the shit out of me. I still
scared straight.
It's the only reason. Yeah, it worked.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay. So it goes to the vice principal. It says, "Dear school, talk to Gordon Massey about his affairs. I shall warn you, I know the truth. I want to protect your school. It has a good reputation. You should keep it like that. I shall send you proof."
It's going to destroy this school's
This
reputation.
school's
for sure.
going down. This is a woman that works at the school.
Oh, it's a woman
I
that
have
works at the
built a profile on this woman, and it's a pretty good one.
I can see
It's
her.
exactly what you said it was. It's a fucking
I can picture
holy-
her, too. It's like
Oh,
the woman
yeah.
from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the principal's assistant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I could see
It's
her.
this woman.
Big
Yeah.
glasses.
Oh,
Maybe
the biggest,
glasses,
The
yeah.
biggest there are.
Hasn't been touched in decades.
Wears those like house coat dresses.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically just like threatens them again. Yada yada. So it specifically targets Mary Gillespie and identifies her as the bus identifies her bus number. So chillingly, the writer is aware that she is a child in the school. Yikes. It appears that the writer is demanding both Mary and Gordon to be fired. So it's some broad that hates Mary, wants to fuck Gordon.
Yeah.
Case solved.
Case solved.
Okay, so now skip forward to April 14th, 1977, so about a month later. Ron Gillespie, so that's Mary's husband.
Right.
He receives his second letter. This time there's no return address. Oh, this time there is a return address, sorry. 550 Ridgewood, Circleville, Ohio, which happens to be the same address as Gordon's 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom family home. I don't know why I had that detail.
3-bed, 2-bath. How many square footage on that?
How much did he pay for it?
How much? What's on the market for day?
And an open kitchen?
Oh my gosh.
Wow,
A
beautiful.
tasteful layout. A lot of earth tones.
So the writer is using Massey's home as a return address now, which is kind of crazy.
that's
And he's,
bold.
upping the ante to make sure that everyone knows it's no joke.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not funny at all. I'm like, okay, I'm not laughing.
It's not a joke. You never even told a single punchline.
Yeah, there's
so
no
one's
punchline.
laughing.
It's like a show in Brooklyn. Wayo.
Ayo! Come out, Tiny Cupboard tonight.
Our fucking show.
It's our show.
There won't be a punchline in sight.
I have no material.
I have no material. Okay, so the writer starts by now the writer's placing all these deranged signs. So all around the town, he's putting up these signs that say that Gordon Massey is fucking the Gillespie's 12-year-old kid.
Oh no!
Yeah, and I don't think that's true.
Wait,
Ah.
Maybe it is. I don't know. Who
he's
knows?
saying that the husband
He's no, sorry.
the,
He's saying
superintendent.
the signs say the superintendent is
Is fucking-
fucking
Is a pedophile.
the bus driver's 12-year-old daughter.
Oh no!
This is a low blow.
No,
A sign.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Was
Pretty
it like
crazy.
a big sign? I don't know what that matters to
I-
me. How big was the sign?
I mean, I think there was a lot of them. Like people were like,
No,
oh.
like political like yard signs. right?
Yes, a yard sign.
This person's working.
They really
They are putting in work.
And then you assume they have to do that in the middle of the night. Otherwise, people would be like, hey,
have to.
fucking secretary of the school,
Yeah,
you're
what
putting
are
up
you
the sign.
doing?
What are you doing? We see you.
Stop that!
Cool it.
Everybody's getting scared.
People are fucking crazy.
This is
This
nuts.
is insane. Just more adventures of Pig Defender.
Yeah, right. So then the letter that he gets with the return address, it says, Gillespie, it says to Ron, you have had 2 weeks and done nothing. You are a pig defender. You are also
Pig defender.
You are also a pig.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
So is he the defender or a pig?
Yeah.
Pick a lane.
Fucking riddle.
defend myself.
Yeah,
Hello.
Jesus Christ.
Make her admit the trust and inform the school board. If not, I will broadcast it on posters, signs, billboards until the truth comes out. Blah blah blah.
They have a budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
So Ron confides in his brother-in-law, Paul Freshore. Freshore? Is that how you say that?
I can't see it from here. I'm not wearing my little glasses. I am wearing my glasses.
Are those prescription?
Barely.
Oh my god.
Listen, it's a lot being me.
Boy, is it. I like to picture you leaving the house and being like, "Oh, I'm not ready yet," and then just like being like,
Forgot my
"Put
jewels.
one."
Okay, I do that daily.
I know.
Fuck my chain.
So
He's got
funny.
2 rings instead of 3. He's like, I feel naked.
So
I do see that. I think that sometimes.
apparently Ron was like really fucking bummed. So this guy Paul Freshore, who's his brother-in-law, says he was devastated. He was distraught. He
Of
didn't get much
course.
sleep. He was like, "What the fuck? My wife is banging her boss."
And
What's
now
up
the
with that?
daughter is involved. I mean, this is awful.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, have Ron and Mary talked about this? Like,
I don't know.
they should be like
Yeah. I
think it
comparing
came up at the
notes.
dinner
Yeah, it's
table.
gotta- I mean, somebody has to, and plus, like this kid goes to the school that the bus driver works at, so like now
Yeah.
everybody's talking. That poor girl.
I know.
It's the worst for that daughter.
So
It was
the-
already
well-
embarrassing enough that her mom's the bus.
yeah. That's everybody wants to fuck your mom, the bus driver.
She's a good-looking lady. So this guy Ron is actually going out of his way to prevent his daughter from seeing the signs, so he's going around and like ripping them up as soon as he sees them, obviously.
God bless
because-
Ron.
I know, right? It's like, yikes.
Another job well done by the pig defender.
So now all these articles said that they were like, Paul and Karen for sure are in-laws with Ron and Mary Gillespie. So Karen for sure is Ron's sister, and Paul is his brother-in-law. And they get together, and then they think that they know somebody. They think they know the person that's doing it, but none of the articles say who they fucking thought it was.
Why is this a small town that they also live in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was really frustrating when I was doing this research. I was
Sure.
like, what the fuck? But so then they were like, we're going to send a letter to them and let them know that we know who they are.
Wow. Good for these people.
Yeah,
Good
right?
for these people.
So who the fuck did they send it to? I don't know, but some articles did say that maybe they believed it was another school bus driver. I don't fucking know. That does make sense, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's how
Yeah,
the
it's
school
like-
bus driver would know things. Sure.
And like he's going after, maybe it's somebody that Massey had possibly pursued, actually slept with, and then like moved on to the next one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It makes sense.
Makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
Another piece of the puzzle placed. Max Spinelli.
Okay, so now it gets really crazy. So, as if it weren't before.
Yeah,
So, August 17th. So now it's been about 6 months since the
Yikes.
first
Right.
letter.
Yeah.
Mary is out of town on a much-needed break.
Yeah,
which
God bless.
may be suspicious. So
Oh.
she traveled to Florida with some friends to get away from the threatening letters and the gossip of Circleville. Yeah,
Right.
no kidding.
I would move.
I would move.
Yeah, you got to move.
Yeah, we
gotta
had similar
move.
episodes like this. The
The
one we were-
Watcher.
yeah, the Watcher.
It's very the Watcher.
It's like, get
never
out of
had a
there.
death.
Yeah.
Just move.
Maybe they can't afford it.
That's true. That's sad.
Yeah.
Bus drivers not making what they make today back in the 70s.
So Ron Gillespie had just gotten off of work when the phone rings. So he's home alone. His wife's out fucking dudes in Florida, I
Is
guess.
he going to
I
get
don't know.
screamed, this poor guy?
No.
He really didn't do anything wrong.
No, he didn't. He was just living his
No,
life.
he's
Like, what the
totally
hell?
a victim.
So, we don't know who the other person on the other end of the line was, but their daughter was home, and he sprung into action and just immediately left. So she was like, I took it to mean that it was the person writing the letters that
Right.
called. So anyway, he like definitely recognized the voice and just sprinted out of there. So at about 10 p.m., Ron Gillespie got into his truck and drove off to confront the letter writer, and he grabbed his rifle as well. So around 10:25, his car was found wrapped around a tree. So, yeah. Ron was
Whose car?
Ron's.
Oh, okay.
So
Was
he
he in
crashed his car. There it is.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's red and white.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah.
So Ron wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and he had been partially ejected through the windshield. So
Oh.
he died.
Fuck Foul play?
We think maybe.
Yeah,
or like
right.
some sort of... I
Cut the
don't know.
brakes?
Yeah.
There was no security measures on 70s vehicles, isn't that right? Like,
Or there was some sort of chase, and he
Yeah.
Oh, a chase.
could be a chase.
Something like that. So, according to the sheriff's department, he had a blood alcohol level of 1.5 times the legal limit, so he was drunk. Amazingly, a forensic analysis showed that Ron's gun had been fired, but the bullet was never recovered. And investigators can't determine why he fired the weapon.
So maybe he got it. Maybe he shot him.
Maybe he got him.
Or,
Well,
I mean,
no,
not
it
a deadly
continues.
wound, but maybe he
Or the car
got him in the
that he
arm or
was
something.
in or something.
What?
Like maybe shot the guy's car.
Oh, yeah.
Could be that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
But yeah, super weird. And a lot of his friends were like, yeah, he wasn't really a big drinker, so I don't know why he was so fucked up then. But
I would be drinking.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even bring up drinking.
It was
but-
at night too. He might have just had a few
Yeah.
drinks
Yeah.
before the call.
And also
Wife's
the
out of
legal
town.
limit is so fucking weak. It's like one beer.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
then
think that's correct at
1.5
all,
times is
right?
nothing.
I think it is.
How much is 1.5 in terms of drinks?
Like 3 drinks.
Well, it said 1.5 times the legal limit.
Yeah.
So what is that? Probably like a
9
1.2.
drinks.
3 glasses of wine. I have no idea, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm.
3 glasses of wine. Tell you what, I shouldn't be driving.
Oh my God. Remember a few
we
weekends
had
ago?
4
Oh.
to the rim pours at a movie theater.
We had north of a bottle of wine each.
Yeah. We drank all of the red wine that this movie theater had. I was sicker than I am today. Certainly.
Oh.
My body was shutting. I was sweating Pinot Noir
What did you guys watch
all
again?
day.
Oh, Scream.
We watched.
Yeah, that was
That
really
was a
good.
wonderful film.
Have you seen it yet?
We
I
should do
did
that
not
more
see the
often.
new
That was a
Scream
great
yet.
That
outing.
was great. You know what I wouldn't mind seeing? Just a little escapism is going to the Jackass movie.
I'd see
Oh,
Jackass.
Yeah.
Forever.
Jackass Forever.
Yeah, I
I'll
would
ask
do
my
that.
brother if he wants to do that instead of drinking to excess tonight. That would be great.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh, back to the death.
back to the death. Yes. It's weird because it was really close to his home, but I get that. I think a lot of accidents happen close to people's homes because they're
That is a
kind of,
statistic.
That's yeah. So there was no adverse weather. The road was dry. I don't know. It was a no street light, so it was like pretty dark there. So I don't know. Anyway, it's just mysterious. Like people were like, "This is super weird and weird timing that she's away. Who called on the phone?
Of course.
All this crazy stuff."
And like this whole time, in this whole part of the story, it felt like he knew who he was going after or who he
Yeah.
was talking to.
Right.
And the in-laws thought they knew the person.
Yeah.
What's
And so
the
I'm like,
fucking secret?
I don't know. I'm like, who is the person that you thought
This
it was?
feels like another podcast is telling this story and like it's being revealed in like bits and pieces. You know what I mean? Are
What do
we
you mean?
doing a podcast? Did I get meta? Am I watching us do this podcast from the outside?
I don't know
get-
what's
yeah, I
going
don't
on.
know.
Yeah,
I think the Adderall just hit me.
My brain is like not computing. I can barely read right now. I'm like, what you're saying makes
Yeah.
no sense.
I feel like I haven't looked at you at all the whole podcast. I apologize.
Yeah, it's no problem.
You're not offering anything, so
I'm. Apology accepted.
So people close to Ron believe the sheriff's department had attempted to cover up his death by
What?
claiming, to cover up the reason for the death by claiming he had high levels of alcohol in his system and ruling the car crash an accident.
why can small town police departments never just do the right thing?
They're corrupt bastards.
Let me tell you something.
How can you possibly think that this wasn't related to everything that was going on?
Yeah, exactly.
No, they don't
insane.
suspect any foul play.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Crazy. So Gillespie's friends and families don't seem to remember Ron as much of a drinker, like I said, and they were adamant that it was not at all like Ron to leave his children at home and go off drunk driving
With a gun.
with a gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, there may actually be a reason why the sheriff's department would want to downplay this. Around the same time, Sheriff Dwight Radcliffe, which is like, what is that name? Was running for president of the National Sheriff's Association. So opposed he would later win a few years later.
Political.
And he knew it was hard enough to get elected when you have a lunatic letter writer in your community. Yeah.
Does not help.
And it would be even harder if they started killing people. So I'm like, what does that have anything to do with you getting elected to the sheriff?
I don't get
though?
because he's not the sheriff yet. So
No,
it's not,
he's the sheriff. He's
I
trying
mean,
to
he's
get-
not the position that he's going for. So
Right.
I don't know.
This
Yeah.
is way
cares?
bigger of a scandal. Wouldn't
Yeah.
it put you on the map if you like went after this guy? Even if you didn't
Yeah.
catch him, it's still name recognition.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right, no.
He's a
I
bad
agree.
politician.
Well, he does
And a
end
bad
up.
sheriff.
He does end up winning a couple years
He
later.
does win a
Yeah.
few years later.
Good politician. There's no other way to say it. That's what I said from the beginning. I'd like to raise this.
Okay. So the letter writer himself thought the investigation was sloppy and grew angry when Gillespie's death was publicized as an accident. So,
the letter writer's pissed that people aren't going after him.
yeah. And the letter writer begins sending letters to the townspeople, just like random ass people, urging a further investigation.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
So they want to get caught.
I guess.
They want the attention.
They want the attention.
This person's drunk on power here.
I know. It's insane. So one of the most bizarre twists in this case took place. So that happens. Everybody's bummed, obviously. And so the morning of February 7th, 1983. So this is a long time afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
This is a few years later.
Oh, yeah.
Mary's driving her school bus. It's like, lady, get a different job. Because your school is harassing
This
you.
is not
The
for
letter
you.
writer's harassing you. They're obviously coming from within the school. Like, just get...
Mary, babe, get out of the game.
Yeah.
Easy for you guys to say, but when you have a passion, you just...
She has a talent.
But like, just get,
No, yeah,
get
no,
one
I'm just
at a
kidding.
different
Yeah.
school. Like, what
She's
the
still at the
hell?
same school.
Yeah.
And at this point, is she dating?
Yeah.
God bless.
I know. So she's driving her school bus on its regular route when she noticed a large sign in the intersection of some intersection. So, and what was written on the sign was an obscene personal attack against her 12-year-old daughter again.
Leave the kids out of it.
I know.
Well, now she's not 12 anymore. Now she's like
13.
18.
Oh, 18.
Yeah. Well, fair game. No, I'm just kidding. You should never be writing notes about people around your town.
No, this is bad.
This is bad. So apparently the creator of the sign wanted the world to know that, again, that she was having sexual affairs with Gordon Massey, this 12-year-old daughter. Well, I mean, I guess at the time, maybe 18. Either way, no bueno. So, blah, blah, blah. The writer was adamant that he would begin placing the signs exposing Mary and her family when, if they didn't come clean about the affair in the letters. So Mary was like, I guess this is because I'm not broadcasting that I had this affair. I don't know.
But they already did that, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Because they already did the signs. They're coming back.
They're coming back.
This is round 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is all too much for Mary, and she's like, I'm at my breaking point. I'm at my limit here. This
No
is
shit.
fucking...
Yeah.
this
Her
is-
husband died.
Yeah.
They're attacking her daughter. It's
insane. So Mary stops her bus. She gets out to remove the sign, and she was surprised when she found that it was attached by a string to a cardboard box. Mary took the sign and the box back with her into the bus. She remembered being surprised at how much glue had been used to secure the lid. When she finally was able to pry the box open, Mary found a handgun rigged to fire with wire around the trigger and held upright by styrofoam. So basically, it's a booby trap.
It was a booby trap.
It's a booby trap.
That's
yeah.
some Scooby-Doo shit.
yeah.
I know.
But it didn't fire?
No. So the trap had been meant to fire.
Shitty booby trap.
Yeah.
The trap had been meant to fire the gun at Mary when she tore open the poster, obviously. Or when she tore down the poster. Fortunately, it didn't
This
succeed.
fucker thinks they're living in a movie. Whoever's writing these letters.
I know.
A cheesy movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
B movie.
Yeah.
It's insane. So
Direct to video release film.
So when the police got their hands on the pistol from the booby trap, they quickly discovered that the writer had tried to file off the weapon's serial number, because every gun has a specific serial
Right.
number. He didn't do a very good job, and there was enough for the serial number to be left to trace the gun's owner. Which, like, that to me, like, I don't know, maybe it wasn't the gun's owner, because if you'd be better at scratching that
herring.
off. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a red herring, I think. I don't know.
Or if it is a woman on the older side, feeble old fingers, can't do the filing to the full extent.
Right.
Look at you. Detective.
Big brain things.
Yep.
So the gun belonged to Paul Freshore, who is Mary Gillespie's brother-in-law.
No.
Wow. Way to not tell us.
Yeah.
Way to make it a reveal. That's
that was
awesome.
a wonderful twist.
That was great.
I know, pretty crazy. So, but like maybe someone stole it from him or whatever.
Right,
That's
sure.
what he says. That's his defense.
And
He's like,
what was his relation? He was the brother, or was the
Brother-in-law to the guy, so maybe the
Yes.
bus driver's brother.
No. So the guy who died, Ron Gillespie's.
Yeah.
Sorry. Ron Gillespie's sister is married to this guy.
Oh, brother-in-law that way. Okay,
Yeah.
got
What
it.
if Ron Gillespie's sister was the letter writer?
Could be.
Mad at Mary, but why would you attack your own niece? That's the
niece
It can't be
is
the family.
weird.
They wouldn't attack the niece.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super weird. So now people are wondering if he had been the letter writer all along. And
That'd
when
be jacked up.
when the police questioned him, he was like, the gun had gone missing a long time ago, and he didn't know what happened to it, and he didn't report it because he was like, I don't know. It's feasible, I guess.
Iowa, the 70s, people lose guns.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
Ohio.
I think it's Ohio.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Iowa.
That's not correct.
No. We could do a montage of you saying that's not correct.
Just claiming I didn't
I'm
say.
going, what did I say? No, I
No,
didn't.
no, no. Simply not correct.
So he denies any involvement in this booby trap, obviously. And so Sheriff Radcliffe asked Paul Freshour to do a handwriting test.
Can I see how this name is spelled? This Freshour?
Freshour?
It's Freshour.
Freshoir? Like
Freshoir,
Yeah.
yes. It's a French name.
So, blah, blah, blah. The sheriff apparently encouraged him to try and match the strange letterbox writing as much as he could. And then the sheriff would later be criticized for this because it's an improper way to perform a handwriting test, obviously. To be like, can you just copy, like, try to go as close to this one. Oh, you have the same handwriting.
But do your honest handwriting.
Yeah, right. In the end, experts could not determine if Freshour had actually written the letters or not, but Sheriff Radcliffe was convinced that he had because Sheriff Radcliffe's a fucking arse. There was a lot of circumstantial evidence pointing to Freshour, who was arrested for attempted murder.
No.
But there was like no actual physical evidence really tying him to it. I think
Attempted murder?
yeah,
Of the guy?
Oh,
Of Ron?
because the box.
because the
Yeah.
box.
Because the
Oh,
box.
the box, excuse me.
That wasn't
Yeah.
attempted murder.
Yeah,
A lot of
pretty-
clippings here.
I know, right?
Is that the end of the story?
No,
Oh.
there's more to it. Just
Leave
trying
me
to
on a
get to
fucking
it.
cliffhanger.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no, there's a lot of single spaced here. Strap in.
So, so he would change his plea several times before the case actually went to trial on October 24th, 1983.
So they're really going after Freshour.
Yeah, they're going after him. They're like, you're the letter writer. You're the fucking asshole. that
Where
did
does
the booby
Mary,
trap."
was Mary close with Freshour? Did they have a good
I
relationship?
mean, maybe she thought that he was trying to kill her. So no. I
Tell you
guess.
what, yeah.
That can hurt a relationship.
Yeah, it's a
that does
bummer.
not help.
No,
No.
I would still like you guys if you tried to kill me.
Aw.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, we didn't do it, you know?
Yeah.
We didn't what?
If we didn't like
I
succeed.
don't know why I just
you
leaned
didn't-
in.
Yeah.
Off mic.
Whisper it to me.
She doesn't know we're trying to kill her.
What's in this tea? Okay. So
There are little rocks at the bottom. Are those witch things? Oh, that's
Oh,
the
the
ginger.
ginger.
Thank
Ginger,
you.
nice.
So on August 8th, 1983, Paul had used an insanity plea and was sent to a mental health facility for an evaluation. Eventually, Paul would be convicted of attempted murder. The letters and the pistol were evidence, and the defense couldn't overcome them. Apparently, I'm like, what? But he had an alibi for that day when the booby trap was found. But
So what?
He
It was
could
a
have
booby
set
trap.
the booby trap.
exactly.
It wasn't there.
Also, if he pled insanity, isn't that kind of like basically admitting you did it?
Yeah, right?
yeah, but
Or if they had that
What was that?
ironclad of a case.
I'm
It mu-
insane. I didn't have anything to do with it. I just wanted to tell you guys.
Just a kooky guy.
I was in a silly, goofy mood. Yeah, he must have had the worst lawyer in the world. They're like,
Yeah,
oh, just saying.
Just say you're crazy.
You got to go crazy.
That's just the lawyer's thing for every single.
He's crazy.
Okay, so then he was sentenced to 7 to 25 years in prison. That's a big delta.
That is a huge
That's
delta.
a big.
Yeah. By the end of this controversial trial, despite largely circumstantial evidence, and almost everyone in Circleville was convinced that he had been the mysterious
Of
letter
course,
writer.
small town. The headline says Paul did it.
And they're like,
they're all
"Yup."
gonna be like, well, guess Paul did it.
Right. Yeah. And other people thought that he might have had a hand in the death of Ron Gillespie, in the suspicious death. So-
Yeah, I mean, if the guy
Right.
felt like he knew the voice, went out with a rifle, what a twist! If this is a movie that I'm watching,
Pretty good twist.
I am on the edge of my seat.
Yeah. So he stood by his innocence until the end, and the public was already convinced, so that sucked. So you would think that when he was actually incarcerated that the letters would stop, but they did not.
Oh,
This story
wow.
has had like 6 endings.
I know.
Every time I'm like, well, that's it. We were.
So the letters continued unabated, increasing in intensity. So they reached hundreds of people all over the region. This person is busy. And it
Yeah.
was handwriting. It wasn't even on
Same handwriting, right?
Yeah.
There's no chance it's a copycat.
a same handwriting.
Unless
Yeah,
him and his wife did it together.
maybe.
Correcto.
So
Thank you.
even though these letters are going out,
We had catchphrase. Correcto. New merch coming out soon.
Throwing a lot of paint at the wall.
so even though the these letters were still going out, the authorities were so convinced that Fischor was behind it that they placed him in solitary confinement to make him stop. He's like, wouldn't you know that I'm sending letters from here?
This is the same sheriff that was like, needs this solved because he's a politician, correct?
Right.
Who moved is now like Secretary General of the UN or
this
whatever.
guy's president,
Yeah, whatever the
Richard
fuck.
Nixon.
Yeah. So they were taunting and terrorizing people from all walks of life, and all of them were postmarked from Columbus. Which is weird considering Fischor was not in prison in Columbus.
Yeah, it's definitely not for sure anymore.
Yeah,
The guy's in prison.
He's in prison.
he's in prison.
Although, I mean, that would be a great twist.
If he's
pulling
doing
off
it from, like-
prison.
So, a full investigation and observation of Fischor, the prison warden came to the conclusion that he could not have possibly been responsible for those letters because he was in prison.
Right. Okay.
Be
Well,
sending-
crack job done by
Yeah,
the police.
Nicely done.
So, due to the persistent letters, it seemed more and more plausible that perhaps an innocent man had been put away in prison. No kidding. However, even then, many authorities bizarrely clung to the idea that he was somehow responsible, to the point that his parole hearing was denied because of it.
Oh my god.
And he was a model prisoner. He was like a super nice guy. A bunch of people were like, he was a sweetheart. He
Oh my god. He's like the it girl at the prison.
Yeah,
Like, everybody
pretty
loves him.
much.
That's so sad. But although horror movie rules, it's usually a team.
Yeah.
It's always two.
And he actually got himself. He got a menacing, taunting letter from the Phantom Writer.
Throw you off the trail.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That doesn't tell me
I'm
much.
sorry.
Yeah.
So that's really the end of the story. He got out of
Great
prison and that was
story.
it. But
Oh, he got out of prison.
What the letters just
Eventually,
kept
yeah.
going, but what was the end of the letters? And at this point, is it-
I'm like, oh, I just said great story. I didn't think to ask that
Fade
question.
to
I'm like,
black.
well, there you go. Yeah, I have closure.
where is Mary? Like, is she just dating the superintendent at
she's
this
just
point?
dating the superintendent and living her life, I guess.
Oh
I
my
don't know.
gosh, So
Weird.
many.
But some people think, I saw this theory somewhere, that Mary
Lay it
was,
on us.
that Mary was doing all of this to try to get her husband away from her so that she could be with the superintendent. And then she might have been calling her husband, or like she had somebody call her husband, or I don't know, say she was like in trouble or something. And then that's why he went speeding. But why would he take his gun?
But where does the brother-in-law come in? Because he's involved somehow, right?
No, not
No,
necessarily.
he's just a totally innocent. Okay,
And just
Yeah.
pled insanity.
and the gun is just a
The gun is just an
Plant.
unfortunate whoopsie.
Well,
Or
if,
plant.
if he's
Oh,
telling the
plant.
truth about the fact that he lost it, somebody could have taken it.
taken it,
Namely,
right.
Mary could have taken it
And
and planted it there and been like, oh, it's his gun.
what was Paul Fischor's wife's occupation?
I don't
Was
know.
she a school administration assistant? In which case, I was right.
Yeah, right?
She's Googling for posterity.
I feel like they won't know, right? Is that going to be?
That's the first thing, the headline in Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was the assistant.
Um,
She's trying to figure out what to ask Google.
yeah, right.
yeah, I don't think it says.
I don't think it would
All right.
say.
It doesn't
yeah.
say.
She looks at the literal first result and goes, "There's no way to know."
Yeah.
It doesn't say it exactly.
Update on Mary Gillespie, though. She
What?
died March 12th of 2020 at 90 years old.
Oh my
90?
gosh.
Oh, I guess it was a long time ago.
It was a long
Okay.
time
Yeah.
ago.
So wait, 90.
Do we know what she looked like? I'd like to get a look at her.
Yeah, let's pop open a.
Wait, 90 years old. Why is it taking me?
Carry the one,
Yeah.
divide by 2.
So she was already. Oh, she was like late 40s. I guess that. Is that how you
That's
pictured
us.
her in the story?
I was picturing.
I was picturing her younger.
I was picturing something way dirty. Let me tell you.
So this is her. I think.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah, she's like
she's
a
the most
nice-
beautiful woman I've ever
You hold
seen.
it up for a second?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was picturing.
Oh, but she's so young now.
You just did a class. You just a rom com. Oh,
Oh, hello there.
Mrs. Gillespie. I didn't see.
Well, actually, so this was from her high school yearbook, I think.
Oh, is that her?
Is that her? Okay, that's her.
She is very charming.
Yeah. I
The
can
girl
see
next
it.
door, the bus driver.
Oh,
Ah.
hey. Hi.
Wow.
Oh,
Look at her smiling that her husband's dead.
disparaging this poor woman.
I know. She's been through a lot. I'm
She's
just
been
kidding.
through it. Unless she did it.
Unless she did it.
Yeah, it's always one of those stories where it's like either you feel really bad for someone or you really don't. And there's not much in
really
between.
don't appreciate that the storytelling, and I know this is an article that you just kind of copied and pasted, didn't really focus on the superintendent or his wrongdoings or follow him in the story.
Yeah, I want to know what he's up to. Is he like getting Me Too'd or some shit
Yeah.
now?
I mean, the guy was just playing grab ass for 50 years, and all he did was got promoted.
yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
Great
wild.
story.
Oh yeah,
Wonderful.
fun time.
Wonderfully told.
Wonderfully told.
And I have to say, you look well.
Oh,
you don't look ill.
You know what? I'm feeling better.
Are you feeling
Yeah.
a little better?
I'm
You look
feeling
well.
better. I had to tell this story to feel a little bit better.
You had to get this story out.
Yeah. In the beginning, when I was talking, I was like, wow, talking is making me nauseous.
You usually do kind of a mouth breathe in the podcast, but I feel like this one might have some heavier tones in the
Okay.
beginning.
Does she do a mouth breathe?
In the
never
old,
noticed
back
that.
when we used to do it on the couch, when she had COVID every week,
I had
Oh,
COVID.
the COVID years.
Yeah.
and she was just wheezing.
I literally have like long-term COVID.
I'm
and I
allergic
go
to
on
my cat only on Wednesdays.
Only when I have COVID.
Yeah.
One of my weirdest COVID symptoms was being allergic to my cat.
That's my biggest flex. So I'm like, I've never had COVID. Meanwhile, I have like the worst type of COVID that just lasts
You've had
months.
COVID.
You have
4
long
times.
COVID.
Yeah. I can't breathe ever. I either randomly have asthma or long-term COVID. Those are the options.
Or once a month, Greggy has a special dander that gets to you.
My angel.
All right, is that it?
I'm going to be
That's
late
it?
for borscht. Not that that's a good
Oh
reason.
yeah,
Oh,
but you'll still be the only one there. All right.
All right.
Should I go? I guess I'll go. Come see us live, by the way.
Yeah.
In 40 minutes.
Every Saturday, they run a terrible show called Borscht at 5:30 at the Tiny Cupboard. Then at 10 p.m., the real show begins. Tell you what, it's my show.
Oh, my own.
Maybe someone's getting married there tonight. Oh, no, wait.
There
Oh, this is
is.
coming out after the fact. So
This
there's a
is-
chance
yeah,
that there will be a proposal successful.
There is going to be a
Yeah, there will be a
proposal.
proposal, but we don't know the outcome.
We're rooting for a no, so I can go viral on TikTok.
Oh, that would be amazing.
that would
that
be
would be
great
great.
for my career.
Yeah.
This
Maybe you should
couple-
have them say yes and then be like, can we do this again? When
Can
you
we
say
do
no?
a take
Yeah, let's do a take.
and sell it for my tween viewers on
Yes.
TikTok?
Yes.
Okay. Well, by the
All right.
next
All right.
episode, we will be famous.
Toodaloo.